Hello everybody, my name is James. Welcome to the channel. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're taking the time of your day to review my content. You know, Africa been exploded for so long. What do you think happens when all those countries that are in the G7 gather one place and talk about? In the G7s, each country just have their own piles. They have their own body that they talk to. In those one-on-one meetings, what do you think they talk about? How to get richer, how to exploit other avenues, how to suppress other people, how to put their country first. Most of the gold and diamond are discovered in Africa, but they are taken away from Africa to the Western world to get developed, keeping the Western world more powerful, more richer, and Africa still poor for thousands of years. People like Thomas Sankara was on the brink of this. Right now, you have Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso trying to step up, trying to take away the power of the country back, trying to say, you know what, these my people, I care about them, you stay away, Western world stay away. But I get back to that again. Let's say, what do they talk about in our G7 meetings? Sometimes what they talk about normally come to life, and sometimes some of these leaders just flat out say on TV, and the world is watching. People are watching now. It's not back in the day where people didn't have access to internet services. They don't have access to all kinds of media services. It's ironic because all the internet services that we have right now, all the development that's going on, most of them coming from the soil of Africa. So right now, the Prime Minister of Italy, she was saying all kinds of things, and she said something very, very touching. Let's see what she said.
Left's predictable meltdown about the new Italian Prime Minister, Giorgia Meloni, who they have falsely labelled far-right and a fascist. Meanwhile, the Italian press call her what she is, centre-right, and the Italian people elected her their Prime Minister in September. Sensible people. Now, far from being some extremist that our mainstream media claim, Meloni is a deeply principled politician who has a habit of telling it like it is. Watch here as she explains how France continues to exploit poor African countries, which then adds to Europe's illegal immigration crisis.
Questo è un bambino che lavora in una miniera d'oro in Burkina Faso. Il Burkina Faso è una delle nazioni più povere del mondo. Per il Burkina Faso, che ha l'oro, la Francia stampa moneta coloniale. In cambio pretende che finiscano nelle casse del tesoro francese il 50% di tutto quello che il Burkina Faso esporta. L'oro che questo bambino si infila in un cunicolo per tirare fuori finisce per lo più nelle casse dello Stato francese. Allora la soluzione non è prendere gli africani e spostarli in Europa, la soluzione è liberare l'Africa da certi europei che la sfruttano e consentire a queste persone di vivere di quello che hanno.
Sweet Mary, Mother of God, that woman is magnificent. She said the solution is not to take the Africans and bring them to Europe. The solution is to free Africa from certain Europeans who exploit it.
That's right. That's a whole solution right there. Leave African countries pretty much alone, right? You can just keep taking things from people every time, just taking, just trying to support your own interests, your own country, right? It's like Africa is like a foundation of the Western world. Take away Africa, they will pretty much be sinking because there's nowhere they're going to go to get those minerals, to get those stuff. They have to actually pay for them. Come an example, a few days ago is China. China is actually standing their ground to Trump, saying, you know what, you're going to put tariff on our goods, we're going to put tariff on your goods. And now the US government is kind of backing down because China is not taking their mess anymore. That's how we should be. When you're that powerful, when you have so many other avenues of goods coming in and going out, you don't have to depend on one place. But the West is making Africa to depend on them. How? By making sure that African minerals, African resources are being taken and then are being held in the Western world. Then now Africa have to go and beg them for it. They have to go and plead for their validation and constantly beg them. So currently there's a huge mining place right now in the DRC that is being controlled by Canada. The mine is the largest owned by Barrick of Canada. In 2024, it produces about 686,000 tons of gold. It made about 104 billion in revenue and paid 39 million in royalties to the DRC. Just imagine the total revenue from that mining, that mining place in the DRC contributed to how much? 104 billion worth. How much the Canadian government gave back to DRC? 39 millions. The DRC got 2.9%. Why 97.1% want to Canadian own? So it's not just America, the United States. It's Canada. It's other Western countries that have the audacity to just go into another country and they're like, you know what? We get this. The same thing is happening right now to Ukraine. There's a mineral deal that Ukraine signed the United States, and now the United States will have access to their minerals. And in my opinion, I would say it was a better choice to like just try to negotiate with Putin, because it's better to know the enemy. You already know your enemy. You already know them. Ukraine already know that enemy, right? In my opinion, it's better. It was a good idea to negotiate with Russia than to help for assistance with the United States. But the United States will always try to impose their will into your minerals. They will come as democracy. They will come as angel. They will come as USAID. They will come as help. We want to help you. We want to assist your country. But they want to turn your country around and control everything out of it. It's very sad. It's very sad. I just hope this revolution, that it's not a revolution pretty much. It's just common sense if you think about it. Like Africans want to control their worth. Africa want to control their own worth. Every country is on the African continent want to be in charge of their own future. Just common sense. We don't want you coming in and taking stuff out. We don't want you coming in and taking stuff out. We want to negotiate. We want to have that even playing field when it comes to negotiation, not just exploration. So I just hope this movement that Ibrahim Traoré is on, he's doing a good job so far. He's doing a very good job. I just hope most African leaders can notice and like, you know what, let's mimic this in our country. We can do this. We have everything we need. We have the best soil. We have one of the best minds on the continent. We have people trying to invest in the continent. You can just keep begging the Western hands. The first thing first is to take charge of the country. Take charge of your country, and then I'm assuming everything will fall in line. But yeah, that's my take. I just hope the movement just stays. It doesn't go nowhere. I just hope Ibrahim Traoré, the best for him and the best for Burkina Faso, and also the best for other countries as well, to follow these footsteps. The footstep that Thomas Sankara were trying to develop, that Gaddafi were trying to develop. Now Ibrahim Traoré is trying to develop. Just self-reliance. Self-reliance is the best thing in the world. It's the best thing in the world. If you like the content you're receiving, support the channel by giving a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this going.